Welcome to channel. Don't forget to subscribe and press the bell icon. In our hyper-connected world, phone calls remain a cornerstone of communication. Whether it's a quick chat with a friend or an important call to a family member, our phones are always within reach. We rely on them for personal conversations and business negotiations. They bridge distances, allowing us to maintain relationships and conduct business seamlessly. But this ease of communication comes at a price: vulnerability. The very technology that connects us can also be used against us, making our private conversations susceptible to eavesdropping. Just as we secure our homes, we must also be aware of the threats to our phone conversations. Installing security software and using encrypted apps are essential steps. Hackers exploit vulnerabilities in our devices and networks. Their methods are becoming increasingly sophisticated, making it crucial for us to stay vigilant. Understanding these threats is the first step towards protecting our privacy. By educating ourselves and taking proactive measures, we can reduce the chances of falling victim to cyber attacks. Our mobile phones connect to the world through vast networks of cell towers. These networks transmit our voices as digital data, hopping from tower to tower. While this technology is incredibly convenient, it also creates opportunities for interception. Hackers exploit vulnerabilities in these networks to gain unauthorized access to our calls. This can happen at various points in the network, from the devices themselves to the infrastructure that carries our conversations. SS7, or Signaling System Number 7, is the global network that connects different mobile carriers. It's the invisible system that allows your phone to make calls and send texts across different networks. However, SS7 has vulnerabilities that hackers can exploit. By accessing SS7, hackers can intercept calls, track locations, and even read text messages. These attacks are particularly concerning because they are difficult to detect and can target anyone, anywhere in the world. Your phone identifies a nearby cell tower based on its IMSI, or International Mobile Subscriber Identity. Hackers exploit this by using devices called IMSI catchers, also known as stingrays. These devices masquerade as legitimate cell towers, tricking your phone into connecting to them. Once connected, the IMSI catcher can intercept your calls and data. These attacks are often used by law enforcement, but criminals can also use them for malicious purposes. Section 5. Wi-Fi calling, a new avenue for eavesdropping. Wi-Fi calling, a feature that allows calls over Wi-Fi networks, offers convenience but also introduces new vulnerabilities. This technology enables users to make phone calls using a Wi-Fi connection instead of relying solely on cellular networks. While this can be particularly useful in areas with poor cellular reception, it also opens up new avenues for potential security breaches. Public Wi-Fi networks, often found in cafes and airports, are particularly susceptible to eavesdropping. These networks are usually less secure than private ones, making them a prime target for cyber criminals. When you connect to a public Wi-Fi network, you are sharing that connection with potentially hundreds of other users, increasing the risk of your data being intercepted. Hackers can position themselves between your phone and the Wi-Fi network, intercepting your calls and data. This type of attack is known as a man-in-the-middle attack, where the hacker can eavesdrop on your conversations, steal sensitive information, and even manipulate the data being sent and received. The ease with which these attacks can be carried out on public Wi-Fi networks makes them a significant threat. This is why it's crucial to avoid sensitive conversations on public Wi-Fi and use a VPN for an extra layer of security. A virtual private network, or VPN, encrypts your internet connection, making it much harder for hackers to intercept your data. By using a VPN, you can ensure that your calls and other online activities remain private, even when using public Wi-Fi. Additionally, always be cautious about the networks you connect to and consider using your cellular data for important communications when possible. Section 6. Malware, the silent listener. In today's digital age, our smartphones have become an extension of ourselves, holding our most personal and sensitive information. But what happens when this trusted device turns against us? Malware, short for malicious software, can infect your phone just like a computer. These malicious programs are designed to infiltrate, damage, or disable your device, often without your knowledge. They can come from various sources, such as malicious apps, phishing emails, or even compromised websites. Once installed, it can grant hackers access to your phone's microphone, allowing them to eavesdrop on your calls. Imagine having a private conversation with a loved one or discussing confidential business matters, only to have a stranger listening in. This invasion of privacy can have serious consequences, from identity theft to corporate espionage. Even if you're not actively on a call, malware can turn your phone into a listening device, recording conversations and transmitting them to the hacker. This means that every word you say, every secret you share, could be captured and used against you. The silent listener is always there, lurking in the background, waiting for the right moment to strike. This highlights the importance of only downloading apps from trusted sources and being wary of suspicious links or attachments. Always ensure that your phone's security settings are up to date, and consider using antivirus software to add an extra layer of protection. By staying vigilant and informed, you can safeguard your personal information and keep the silent listener at bay. Remember, in the digital world, caution is your best defense. Section 7. Social engineering tricking you into vulnerability. Social engineering is the art of manipulating people into unknowingly giving up sensitive information. Hackers use social engineering tactics to gain access to your phone or accounts. They might impersonate a trusted organization, send phishing emails or text messages, or even call you directly, tricking you into revealing passwords or installing malicious software. Being aware of these tactics and practicing good cybersecurity hygiene is crucial to protect yourself. Section 8. The stakes, from privacy to espionage. The implications of phone call hacking are far-reaching. On a personal level, it can lead to identity theft, financial loss, and emotional distress. For businesses, it can result in the loss of sensitive data, competitive advantage, and reputation. In the wrong hands, this technology can be used for espionage, blackmail, and even to silence dissent. The stakes are high, and the consequences can be devastating. Section 9. Recognizing the signs is someone listening in. While it's difficult to detect phone hacking, there are some telltale signs. These include unusual battery drain, increased data usage, strange background noise during calls, and unexpected app installations. If you notice any of these signs, it's essential to take immediate action. This might involve contacting your mobile carrier, running a security scan on your phone, and changing your passwords. Section 10. Protecting your conversations tips for enhanced security. Fortunately, there are steps you can take to enhance your phone call security. Use strong, unique passwords for all your accounts and enable two-factor authentication whenever possible. Avoid discussing sensitive information on calls and be wary of suspicious links or attachments. Keep your phone software updated to patch vulnerabilities. Consider using encrypted messaging apps for extra security. Section 11. Conclusion. Navigating the evolving landscape of communication security. As technology advances, so do the methods of those who seek to exploit it. Phone call hacking is a real threat, but by understanding the risks and taking appropriate precautions, we can mitigate our exposure. Staying informed about the latest threats, practicing good cybersecurity hygiene, and advocating for stronger security measures are essential steps in safeguarding our privacy in an increasingly interconnected world.